What's up guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon and Mega Evos Alpha Sapphire speculation video. In today's video we're looking at, again, some more Kanto Mega Evolutions, or possible Kanto Mega Evolutions that could happen in the Mega Evos Alpha Sapphire and be added to the roster of Megas. As usual guys, please let me know down in the comment section what you think of each Mega Evolution I talk through, whether you think it's possible, and what you think of the typing, the stat changes and the ability that I've chosen for each one. So without further ado, I guess we'll just crack on with today's video and today's episode. The first Pokemon we're looking at today is Mega Farfetch'd. Yes, Mega Farfetch'd. Okay, so Farfetch'd is a normal flying type. It's reasonably weak, unfortunately. It doesn't have a huge use in competitive at all, or in any sort of situation. It's a Farfetch'd. It's not that strong at all. But Mega Farfetch'd could be pretty cool to see. What would it look like? Well, you can assume it would sort of just get slightly larger. This art here you can see is pretty much what's happened. It's just gotten slightly larger. Buffed out a bit. You can see the stick it's carrying has now gotten larger and it's now sort of put on its back sort of thing, which you can assume would be then be used in a similar way to how it was in the first place, but as a bigger stick, which would make sense. And yeah, there's not much else. It's just things have just got bigger and larger, and not much else has changed, to be honest, for Mega Farfetch'd. So I would say its typing would stay normal flying, to be honest. Some people I know will want it to be fighting flying, but I don't want it to be fighting flying because I just don't see it happening. We have Hawlucha fighting flying, and we have, you know, possible Mega Staraptor fighting flying, etc. There's too many fighting flyings possibly coming along, and I think it should stay normal flying just because that's how it is, I guess. Stat change wise for Mega Farfetch'd, being just a basic offensive Pokemon, attack and speed rise we can assume to make it slightly faster and slightly more offensive. Defenses we can assume will only go up by a bit because it's not that defensive in the first place, so it's not like we have to sort of, I don't know exactly how you would say, but it's not like we have to bulk it out or whatever. So just a basic attack and speed rise for the stat changes there. Ability wise for Farfetch'd, either it can carry across its hidden ability, which is Defiant, which when one stat is lowered it raises the attack stat by 2 stages, which is pretty darn cool. If used in the right way, it can actually help you out quite a lot with Mega Farfetch'd, or with normal Farfetch'd rather. Or the other idea I had for Mega Farfetch'd was Huge Power, which would double its attack stat and actually sort of make it more usable in physical department, I guess. Whereas it's, you know, its attack is alright, but it's nothing to shout about. Whereas Huge Power would double it, and that would make it really quite, really strong. I guess really strong. I don't know how to explain it, guys. But Defiance would be an alright ability for it to carry across. Huge Power again would just be fine because obviously its stick is sort of double in size, so Huge Power would double its attack, which sort of makes sense, I guess, guys. In a way, it sort of makes sense. But that's how I see it. Yeah. So which one would I want, Defiant or Huge Power? I'm really not sure, to be honest, which one I prefer. Possibly Huge Power, just to sort of get another Huge Power user out there, because there aren't many. It'd be nice to see it on a Mega Evolution, just to see if Mega Farfetch'd can actually becomes reasonably viable. Obviously, its defenses would still be low, so that's the thing there. But you'd have to see, you know, it might be good for 1 or 2 glass cannon shots sort of thing before it gets taken out. But really, that's all I can think of for Mega Farfetch'd. Mega Farfetch'd is not that creative a Mega Evolution. It's unlikely to get a Mega Evolution in my opinion, just because it's Farfetch'd. It really needs a proper normal evolution rather than a Mega Evolution. But Mega Farfetch'd is still a possibility, and a possibility I'm very much interested in. So, next up on the list for today we have Mega Muck. Yes, Mega Muck. Okay. So, Muck. We all know what Muck is. Pure poison type. One of the original poison types, sort of the counterpart to Weezing. As you can see, it's just based on slime, gunk, whatever you sort of want to describe it as. Pure poison, so not much else to sort of expand on apart from that. What would Mega Muck look like? Now, I have to apologise, this art here isn't very good quality, but it's similar to what I would think Mega Muck would look like. As you can see here, it's actually, so it's not a huge amount has changed, but it has had some changes. It now seems to have some lighter pink sort of bulges, globs, whatever, all over its body, I guess you can call it. I guess it's a body, or a massive slime, and it has sort of, it had formed arms already, but you can sort of see them a bit more clearly here. And you can also see that its tongue has now turned a slightly darker green colour, whereas it used to be grey in Muck's normal form, which is pretty cool. And its slime seems to have got slightly more droopy and drippy, whereas normal Muck sort of it holds it together a lot more, whereas this form of Muck is just running everywhere, all over the place. So what typing would Mega Muck be? Well, well, I can't say it's. I think it'd be a Poison Dark type. Just looking at the design there, because it's obviously still poison, you can't get rid of the poison, but Dark type is a very good thing to be introduced, I guess. very likely at least, looking at sort of how its design has changed there, it looks a lot more menacing than the normal muck, or normal muck looks menacing anyway, or menacing or scary I guess, or just frightening in general, whereas Miss Mega Muck design here looks a bit more terrifying. So Poison Dart would be the typing I would imagine for Mega Muck indeed. Stat change wise for Mega Muck, I would see both its defensive stats rising and its speed dropping, so pretty much bulking out, you know? Getting its defense bulked out, getting its special defense bulked out, but not quite as much because I don't think Muck is that specially defensive or should be that specially defensive. And then its speed dropping down because obviously if it's getting bulkier and the slime is becoming, I guess, thicker and goopier and heavier to lug around, its speed is going to be reduced as a result of that, which would make a lot of sense. Ability wise for Mega Muck, I would assume that it would just carry across its hidden ability, which is Poison Touch. Which obviously means if we attack physically, there's a chance we can poison the opponent. It could also change to Poison Point, because obviously then it would help out being a bit more defensive, but Poison Touch would sort of work, I guess, with the defensive build, because then you actually have to sort of attack as well. You wouldn't be able to just like sort of bulk, well, you would be able to, but you wouldn't be as effective, so you'd have to bulk it out and then hit the attack off every now and again, just to get some damage off, I guess, and hopefully get the poison. So Poison Point is the other possibility there. Other possibilities, there were several I was thinking of, possibly, you know, Sticky Hold, much like normal Muck, but Sticky Hold is not that helpful because I believe it just prevents the Pokemon from the item being taken, or something along those lines, or maybe that's Suction Cups. One of those, which, you know, is not that helpful because obviously if it's a Mega Evolution, it's not going to be able to lose the Mega Stone anyway. But I couldn't really think of anything else for Muck particularly, and anything I liked at least. So Poison Touch is what I've got listed here, but really, there's nothing else really I could think of Muck for at the time. Muck at the time. Managed to say stuff in the wrong order. Good game. Okay, anyway, I guess that's it for Muck then, since, you know, basic. Change typing to Poison Dark, defenses rise, speed falls. Ability Poison Touch possibly, and that's it. So let's move on to the last Pokemon for today's episode, which is Mega Cloyster. Okay, so Cloyster. It's a water ice type. Everyone knows about Cloyster nowadays. Shell Smashing with Skill Link, and then Rock Blast, Icicle Spear, etc. Really causing a lot of trouble for some people sometimes with Cloyster. Obviously it's very frail, especially when you've Shell Smashed, but that's why White Herb is used and stuff like that. Anyway, what would Cloyster look like when it Mega Evolved? Well, I like this design here a lot. It's sort of just bulked out a bit. Its shells have gotten larger, it's gotten some more spikes over them, and its centre one has sort of come forward slightly, so you can see slightly more of it, as you can see in this design. Now has four, well, it already had sort of main spikes, but now it has sort of, they've come forward a bit more. You can see the four, two at the top, two at the bottom, and I think there's probably two on the back too, or at least two on the back, if not four. Just sort of working out, I guess. It does look really cool, this design though. It looks like exactly what I'd imagine a Mega Cloyster to be, sort of just becoming more menacing in general, in that way of course. What type would I see Mega Cloyster becoming? Well, especially looking at its design here, I would have to say it become a Water Steel type. Not a Water Ice type anymore, Water Steel, because it's becoming, its shell is the main thing there, I guess. You know, it's the main attraction. So obviously it's a steel. We can assume it's just as hard as steel, especially the center section here, which you can see is an iron colour, a greyish colour sort of thing, which would hint at being steel or whatever, which would also link in with the typing there. But I would think Water Steel for Mega Cloyster. I can't really see anything else working there. Stat change wise for Mega Cloyster, I would see at least its defense rising. I'm not sure much about its attack, how much that would rise, maybe slightly, but not too much. But I'm not sure about special defense rising either, like whether it'd actually be special defensive or not. It would definitely be physically defensive, but special defensive, I don't know, I'm in the middle about it. It would get some special bulk, but not a huge amount. It's not like it's going to be overly special defensive, because I don't think it is in the first place anyway. It's mainly physically defensive. But that's the stat change that I would see, attack and defense, and really what else would just depend, I guess. Ability wise, for Mega Cloyster, and I've got three listed here. The first up, it could carry across Skill Link, which would make it unbelievably powerful, so I don't know if they will actually do that, because that would give it access to 5-turn Icicle Spears, 5-turn Rock Blast, etc. It would really be quite menacing, especially with a Mega Bulk, Mega Boost, whatever. Obviously, you could have Shell Smash actually, that's a point. But yeah, it really, especially with the extra bulk you're getting as Cloyster when you Mega Evolve, the Shell Smash would then sort of cancel out, I guess, and allow you to maintain your original bulk, I guess. Second ability I thought of for Mega Cloyster was its hidden ability, which is Overcoat, which protects her from stuff like powder and weather conditions, I'm pretty sure. Which is an alright ability, but it's not amazing. It's not an amazing ability at all. That's why no one uses hidden ability Cloyster, because there's no point. So I wouldn't expect to get Overcoat, even though it is the hidden ability. I would expect to either carry across Skill Link or gain a new ability, like the one I've got listed last, which is Filter. And obviously that reduces the power of super effective moves, and that links in with it being a steel type now, and that'd be really quite nice because then it would reduce the power of electric type moves, grass type moves, fighting type moves, stuff like that, and allow it to again bulk out and be more defensive, which would be pretty good ability. So I would prefer Filter here rather than Skill Link, to be honest, because this is a defensive Mega Evolution. But obviously they could give it a Skill Link and just have it wreck lives and just destroy people's souls, and that would be, oh my god, I can't bear to think about it. But those are 3 abilities I've got there: Skill Link, Overcoat, or Filter. As I said, Overcoat I don't think, mainly Filter or Skill Link would be the ones I would predict for that. But that's pretty much it for Mega Cloyster, you know, basic stuff there. Pretty badass design change. Typing 1 change from ice to steel. The ice is pretty much just hardened. Stat changes are very basic as well. Defenses rise, attack rises a bit too, and then ability as I've spoken about just then, either Skill Link or Filter. So that pretty much sums it up for this whole video as well, guys. As usual, please let me know down below in the comments what you think of the 3 Mega Evolutions I've covered today. Do you think they're going to be possible? Do you think they're going to be put in the game? Do you think I'm just being silly? And if you think any of them are possible, do you think the typings will change? Do you think the stats are going to change? Or do you think the abilities are going to change from what I've put here? Let me know down in the comment section below, guys. And I guess I'll be seeing you next time, guys. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friends.